Hey guys, welcome back. 1984 was a great year for baseball cards, great year for Donruss. So it's their fourth year that they made cards. The first 3 years, 81, 82, and 83, were all kind of similar looking, at least in my opinion. You look at the top corner and you can see what year it was, and otherwise they kind of look the same. And there wasn't a whole lot of value in there. Well, 1984 Donruss came along, kind of broke the mold of what cards should look like. Very elegant, clean looking set, very popular among collectors, even as the junk wax era is ramping up. This is a highly sought after set, and the values kind of show that too. We're going to talk about this set, its errors, some cool things about it. We're also talking about Grunt Baseball. That's my buddy Darren's YouTube channel. All things sports, up to date. Mainly baseball, but with the off season, he's got a lot of other sports on there too. So if you want to watch some quick videos, funny stuff, check him out when you get a chance. Also, his website, grunttalksmlb.com. And guys, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, go down and hit that subscribe button while you're thinking about it. I promise we've got a lot of cool stuff on the way. Funny stuff, I hope. And, you know, it really helps my channel grow when you guys subscribe, and I appreciate it. Okay, let's get talking about this 84 Donruss set. It's a video I've been looking forward to making because I really love these cards. And I was mentioning the value on them. So the complete set can go for like $100 or more. And for being a junk wax era set, that's pretty valuable because the first 3 years, 81, 82, and 83, kind of went for about a combined value of $100, like all three added together. So 84 came on the scene, and I don't know, it's a great looking set. It is a lot of people's favorite 1980s sets, or they might say it's the best year for Donruss cards ever. I think I'd agree with that. It's a great looking set and I love it. So there's 660 cards in the set. So it's a work of art following those three kind of boring years of cards. Something woke up in Donruss, and they kind of got a lot of notoriety. And a lot of the reasons for that is this guy right here, Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly rookie card. A lot of people will say this card kind of saved baseball cards, like it brought a lot of people in the hobby. That might be a bit of a bold statement, but a really cool card goes for like $50 or more raw, maybe more than that. There's some other notables in this set, like, you got your regular ones, Nolan Ryan, Wade Boggs, and I got the Darryl Strawberry rookie and the Joe Carter rookie. Got the traditional looking Donruss background to it. Also the Diamond King. So they've been doing Diamond Kings every year, of course, but they kind of changed up the design of them this year. And I love this Mike Schmidt one. He kind of looks like that guy Van Pelt on Jumanji. Looks all serious and mean, like he's gonna kill someone. I just love that card. And also with this set, there were some errors in it that we're going to talk about. And they actually put all the errors in wax packs, but if you bought the complete set, they corrected them. So corrected errors only came out of the complete factory set. And then there's a bunch of uncorrected errors. For the third and final time, Donruss included the San Diego Chicken card in there. And for the third and final time, you could send it in to Donruss and have them autograph it for free. You just had to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. And it's the last year they did that. I don't know, just some kind of fun that they did. I'm not really sure why. So in order to get around the MLB licensing agreement for selling baseball cards, they had to include something in with the packs. So Topps was doing gum, and Donruss also did gum the first year, but to be different, Donruss started including their 63-piece jigsaw puzzle. And this year, they chose it to be of Duke Snider. It was the fourth year of cards by Donruss, but only the third year of the puzzle. All right, let's get started with these errors. There's some fun ones here. I really enjoyed making this video. I've been looking forward to making this video. And we're going to talk about some Diamond Kings. So we mentioned them a little bit earlier, how they kind of look different this year. But they made some errors on the back of them. On the very bottom, it mentions the artist who painted these pictures. It says Perez Steel. Well, they left the E off of Perez Steel, off the end of Steel. And they actually did come back and correct that. Like I mentioned earlier, that's only corrected in the complete set. They did that with every single Diamond King, all 26 of them, including the checklist here, which is actually a non-numbered card. So again, on the back, they left the E off the end of Steel. Fred Lynn, number 17. So another Diamond King, but a different era. They actually said he was on the Oakland A's on the back. That's wrong. It should be the Angels, as you can clearly see on the front. That one was uncorrected. Mike Stenhouse and Ron Darling. There they are. If you look at the back of them, they did not have a number on the card. They just left them off, those cards, for some reason. That's number 29 and number 30. They came back and corrected those in the factory set. Don Hill, number 96. He's listed as a pitcher. He shouldn't be. He should be a second baseman. Nolan Ryan, I passed him, number 60. At the very bottom of the narrative, it says he had 383 strikeouts in 73. Well, it says 72. It should be 73. Andre Dawson, the Hawk, Hall of Famer, number 97. On the back, it says his middle name is Fernando, which is interesting. I'm not sure where they got that. His middle name is Nolan, as in Nolan Ryan. 107, Paul Molitor, another Hall of Famer. His 1983 stats are wrong. 3 of them are just wrong. It should be 270 batting average, 608 at-bats, and 164 hits. I'm not sure if they just didn't total those correctly, like they left off some games. I don't know what the heck happened there. They did not correct that, though. 151, Wade Boggs. In 1983, it says his runs were 10. Well, he was a pretty amazing hitter. He did not have 10 runs. He had 100 runs. They left a 0 off there. They did not correct that. Don Mattingly. Okay, so we talked about Donnie Baseball here. There's an error on the back of the card where it left out the first N on spring training. It says traying, and they did not correct that one. So if you got the card, it's also an error. Dave LaPointe, 290. Said his home is Pollock Pines with an A. It should be Pollock with 2 O's. Pollock. Misspelt it. Did not correct it. 383. Doug Guads. Uncorrected error. Says his height is 5'1". Poor guy. Should be 5'11". Rick Miller, 493. Also uncorrected. He's referred to as Mike on the front. His name is not Mike. It should be Richard, or he goes by Rick, actually. And 546 and 567, that's Vance Law and Jeff Leonard, has them listed as pitchers. They're not pitchers. Well, those are some uncorrected errors I did not catch. Rafael Ramirez, 589, listed as A's on the front. You see it? It's kind of hard to read there. There's A's, but he's not on the A's. Okay, this is probably my favorite error in the set. This is really cool. So 608, Richard Barnes, uncorrected error. So he came up from the minor leagues and played in the Indians. He didn't have a very long career. In fact, he only is on one baseball card ever. One Major League Baseball card ever. Didn't make it in Topps or Flair. Was only in Donruss. You can imagine his family's like, oh, I'm going to search for this guy's card. And they're looking through packs and they're pulling out this card as his only Major League Baseball card ever. But it's not him on the card. So his only Major League Baseball card, and they got his teammate Neil Houghton listed on there. I really feel bad for Richard Barnes and his family. If you're listening, I feel bad for you. I'm just kidding. Len Cicada, 620. They spelled Len with 1 N. It should have 2 N's. On the back, it's actually corrected with 2 N's. And it's interesting because they also made a checklist number 6, where it says 620 Len Cicada, and they also misspelled it there with just 1 N. Kind of a little error, but still considered an error. Okay, we got one more card, 625. This is a Cardinals team card. It says Running Reds. That doesn't sound right. Now, on the back, it says Running Redbirds. Now, if there's any St. Louis fans out there, I'm sure you can attest to this, that your team is not called the Reds. So they made a mistake. It should be the Running Redbirds, not Running Reds. So kind of a funny one, kind of an insult to St. Louis Cardinals fans. So not a huge amount of errors in this set. Not bad for Junk Wax error. One of my favorite sets, one of my favorite videos. I hope you guys would like it and subscribing. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below, and we'll see you next time.